big smile. Good. Smile bola maine hi nahi kaha. ठीक है? Good. Very good. All right. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to go on with IELTS reading module, and reading is the tiger of IELTS. Otherwise, you know, what speaking is Bakri of IELTS, listening is Billy of IELTS, okay, cat of IELTS, but this reading is tiger or monster of IELTS. So many students find reading difficult, but I'll try to simplify it as much as possible. You have to be with me. I'll maintain good eye contact with all of you, okay? So you just have to be with me. When I read the question, when I read the passage, I'll explain each and everything and you will be able to understand that, okay? And if you do not understand anything, don't worry, just underline that part of the passage, write question number there, and then later on when you go back home, you can reread that and then you'll find the answers. Reading needs practice. If you are average at reading, you should solve at least one test a day with full debriefing. Debriefing means focusing your wrong answers. And if your reading skill is weaker, like you're getting less than 20 correct answers, you should do 2 tests a day. And if you get 15 or less than 15, then you should do 3 tests a day. And these 3 tests should be taken first within 50 minutes. And after 50 minutes, you need to check your answers. And where you have the wrong answers, you need to go back to the passage, see why my answer was wrong, what is the right answer. That is what I called investigation. So when you investigate into wrong answers, you will learn a lot, okay? Now, let's see the title. The title is Best Suitcases. So whenever you start your IELTS reading, you need to start with the title of the passage. The title is Best Suitcases. Inshallah, when you guys are going to travel to Canada, Australia, UK and all that, you'll buy new suitcases, okay? Shopper che kapde pa ke nahi le jaane, okay? Yeah. Or you see a dabba. Some people don't believe in suitcases, they believe in dabba. Yeah? Yeah, so then they wrap it and all that. You'll buy suitcases. And I'll tell you, from Lahore, Shalom Market, you can buy some very nice imported economical suitcases. I recently purchased, that's why I'm telling you, okay? So, best suitcases. Now, they will tell us about some suitcases, features, some suitcases with handle, without handle, wheels, without wheels, waterproof, not waterproof, and expensive one, economical one, and all that. Color, size, texture, and all that, okay? Now, what you need to do, you need to imagine suitcases throughout this reading passage. And whenever you take reading test, you need to lock yourself into a room where no one interrupts you. But don't be extra touchy. I mean, you need to, bear some noises. Because in actual exam also, there'll be some noises. Like someone is going to do something, invigilator will come and say, excuse me, be careful, don't do it next. So you should not be very much touchy. Otherwise, you're searching for the answer. Someone says, Achu. And you say, I can't do my reading. Something like that, okay? So don't be extra touchy. I'm telling you, okay? Yeah, otherwise you'll be interrupted a lot. Now, we've got best suitcases, A, B, C, D. What are they? They are suitcases. Now, please come to questions 1 to 7. After reading the title or subtitle, you will come to questions 1 to 7. Look at 7 reviews of suitcases A to G. For which suitcase are the following statements true? We call it which paragraph contains the following information. Okay, and we do have this question type in general training, academic. This question type is very common one, right? Now, remember, there is a method of doing it. There is a method of dealing with every type of question, and you have to follow that. Then you will be able to manage your time. If you do not follow that method, you say, okay, these are the questions. I don't know what to do, first questions or first passage. And then you start reading all the passage for each question. That is going to make your life miserable. Right? So whenever we have this type of questions, first it's a good idea to skim read. Now remember, there are 3 types of reading. Okay, come back to the title page, passage. The best suitcases. All right, if I give you 10 seconds and I say go through paragraph A, B within 10 seconds and tell me what are they about. You can do it easily. And you will not read everything. You will just read, okay, weekend suitcase, sophisticated, strong nylon outer fabric, handle any knocks, signs of damage, okay, something like that. So what will you do? This is called skimming. A good example of skimming is like you have a newspaper and you have only 2-3 minutes to go through the newspaper. So you'll just open the newspaper, headlines, some other headlines, and then you'll put it away. So that is what we call skimming. Skimming does not mean reading everything. Skimming means reading to get to the gist of something. In IELTS reading, in some question types, we need skimming. Number one, we need skimming for list of headings. Number two, we need skimming for which paragraph contains the following information. After this, there are two types of questions. One is type A and one is type B. Type A questions are where questions and their answers in the passage, they are in the same sequence. They are in the same order. For example, you find answer of question number 1, you read on. Read on means next line or maybe next paragraph, you will find the answer of question number 2. Then you read on question number 3. Then you read on answer of question number 4. I call them type A questions. Now, what are type A questions? Sentence completion. Then we've got true, false not given, yes, no not given. Then we've got matching type of questions. In matching type of questions, options are in order. Questions are not in order, okay? And let me tell you, there are only 2 type B questions in IELTS. Number 1, list of headings. Number 2, which paragraph contains the following information. They are type B. Type B means you have to go through all the passage to find the answer. Always try to do type A questions first. Okay, there are 2 type B questions. Number 1, list of headings, and number 2, which paragraph contains the following information, right? So type B you will do in the end, and type A you will start with that. Okay, whenever you're doing passage 1, passage 2 or passage 3. Now, let's see. We are going to start. We'll go through this passage, paragraph A. And one thing, yes, for type A questions, you need to have good scanning. Scanning is looking for some specific information in the passage. For example, we've got this passage, okay? Now, please tell me, can you see the word security? Where? Security. Security. Yes. See paragraph, second last line, there is the word security. Okay. Can you see the word water? First paragraph, second line, there is the word water. What is it? This is called scanning. So when you want to go to a specific portion of the passage that contains some information. For example, question is waterproof. And now I'm going to look for something like water. I'm searching water, 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 and I'll find it there. This is called scanning. So you should have good scanning. If you are good at scanning, it will save your time. And remember, when you scan, you do not read. Some people read while scanning. When you scan, for example, if I say, please find the word combination lock, combination lock, combination lock. See paragraph, second last line. Now, did you read everything? You didn't read anything. You were just searching, looking, and finally you found combination lock. Got the point? So you will not read everything when you are scanning. You are only searching for some ideas and all that. Anyways, we'll do that, okay? Now, let's make a start with paragraph A. When you're going to read it in your heart, you will read it faster and you will read it better. I'm going to read it loudly. I'm going to explain. This is going to take more time. So anyways, and by the way, as you read, if there are any words which are difficult to pronounce, don't worry. No one is hearing you. And when you read, you have to read like this. Got it? And if you read like this, a weekend suitcase that's sophisticated. If you do this in your exam, invigilator will come and give you the warning. If you don't stop, they may cancel your test as well. So no whispering, just you got to read in your heart. Anyways, now let's start. Paragraph A, please. Weekend suitcase, sophisticated, underline sophisticated. And unusually spacious, underline unusually spacious. Itna bada suitcase ke, yeah, you can put your partner in. For its type, okay? The strong nylon outer fabric is water and abrasion resistant. Underline water resistant. Okay, now when you read, you will just read these important words. Okay, so it should handle any knocks without showing signs of damage. Underline without signs of damage. Now see, if you throw it, it will not damage, right? But they don't know our local airline. They throw it from a height, everything will be broken. I traveled like from Dubai to Lahore, and when I got my bags, the wheels were all broken. Langda bag वापस दिया, बेचारा ऐसे खड़ा हुआ था. When it was there in Dubai, it was just like straight, and I was wheeling it, and then I had to just put it on the trolley. So you read all these things, and remember, if you imagine a bag which is sophisticated, which is unusually spacious, means you can put anything inside, which is strong, which is waterproof, and it will not damage. So if you switch on your imagination and put all these things, we call this thing retention. If you have, your short-term memory, and that short-term memory is required in IELTS listening as well as in IELTS reading. Because sometimes answer comes first and then there is the explanation in IELTS listening. In IELTS reading, when you read the passage and go back to the question, there is a gap of like 20-30 seconds. So you should be able to retain some information. And if you use visuals in your mind, you can retain that. Okay. Now let's go back to the questions. All right, question number 1. Now read all the questions carefully, underlining important word. And everything is about suitcase. So ignore the word suitcase. For those who wish to purchase expensive luggage, underline purchase expensive luggage. What does it mean? People who want to buy expensive bags. Even today, Samsonite bags are very expensive. Samsonite, and there is another company, Delze, and there are some other companies. These bags are even expensive. So purchase expensive luggage. They will say, well, it is expensive, but quite useful. Something like that. Next, suitcase is right one for people who like to follow latest fashion. Underline latest fashion. That's it. Again, I'm telling you, if you underline everything, you underline nothing. Right? Latest fashion. If they say it is up to the latest trends in fashion and style and this and that, this heading, this will go there. See, it is easy to choose one of these suitcases to match most clothing. Like I'm wearing yellow shirt, yellow bag. Blue jeans, blue bag. Something like that. So underline here, suitcase match clothing. Suitcase match clothing. Got my point? These are called notes. So we have to turn sentences into notes. And notes do not contain helping verb, articles, and all that. Next, manufacturer is confident that this suitcase will last a long time. Underline last a long time. Now look here. If they say 20 years warranty, lifetime warranty, 10 years warranty, what does that mean? Last a long time. Okay? And manufacturer is confident. When they say manufacturer is confident, it means guarantee or warranty. Okay? Items in this suitcase will not be affected if it gets wet. Now get wet what? Waterproof. And now see these two languages. In the passage, they use the word water resistant. Right? And over here, they said the word if it gets wet. So correct answer is A. For question number 5, correct answer is A. And do one thing. Cross number 5 from there. Do you know why? Because you will not read this option again. If you don't cross it, you will read it, then you will like, oh yeah, it's just done already. So for your good time management, only put a cross on number 5. Where they've written 5 number, just put a little cross there. Question number 6, suitcases of a useful medium size. Now, did they talk about size? Listen, don't confuse it with weekend suitcase. You may argue weekend suitcases are small, but they did not discuss size. And for size, medium size, now what is medium size? For example, medium size is something between small and a large suitcase. What does it mean? Medium size, something between small and large suitcase. And those who want to be reminded of an earlier age, underline earlier age of travel. It means old styled suitcase. Earlier age of travel means in the past, how people used to travel and all that. Okay. All good. So we have answered one question here and it's done clearly. Now let's go back to the passage. Paragraph B. Mulberry and this name. And you don't need to read the name, okay? Trimmed in brown leather, underline brown leather. This is material with gold detail. And by the way, now questions are in your mind. So when you read the second paragraph, you are clear about questions, okay? So gold details, bag from the renowned fashion house. Now listen, fashion house. Bag is from fashion house. But the bag is fashionable or not, they didn't mention that. So don't go for words. Those who do not understand fashion, yeah, I read fashion somewhere and then they will put it there. So never find your answer on the basis of a single word. You need to come up with the idea. Fashion house is truly indulgent buy. If you are investing this much, what does it mean? Expensive luggage. If you are investing this much in a suitcase, then you'd better be planning and all that. So let's go back. Which option? Yes, 1. Exactly. Option 1. This suitcase is for those who wish to purchase expensive luggage. What is the word for expensive luggage? Exactly. If you are investing this much in suitcase. So question number 1 and answer is B. Got it? All clear? Good. And you know, if you understand now, when things will become difficult in part 2, part 3, you will understand that. And you need to tune in. Some students, they're sitting in front of me. When they find it difficult, they just tune themselves out. They're looking at me. But they are not doing anything, okay? So be careful with that. All right. And you can cross question number 1 as well. Now let's go back. Yes? Sorry? Okay, 4. That's a good question. Let's read question number 4. Manufacturer is confident. No, not at all. I'll tell you where 4 is going to go. Don't worry. Question number, paragraph C. Paragraph C. A design you can trust. Okay. This case is built for super light polycarbonate and is incredibly solid. The built-in combination lock offers state-of-art security. Underline security. You can travel with peace of mind. Now go back and see which option. They use the word solid. They use the word security. They use the word peace of mind and all that. Huh? Good. Question number 4. All right. The manufacturer is confident that no. They did not talk about manufacturer. They only said that this bag is solid. So there is no question which will go with it. And this is also possible. Okay, don't get worried that okay, C ke saath to koi lagaya nahi, C gussa kar jayega. Don't like that, okay? Yeah. So there is no option. Read again if you're confused, do tell me. There is no option that goes with that. Now, let's go on. Paragraph D. D for? No, donkey. Now, what do they call that thing? The people go to foreign countries. Donkey? They call it donkey? Okay, that donkey. Okay, now, we've got simple and affordable. Trip range offers great selection of tough cases. They also, no, not even now. I mean, don't try to put long life everywhere. And there will be some options, jo lagega jithe marzi la deo. Not like that, okay? Let's see, unless they say manufacturer is confident. And manufacturer's confidence means sort of warranty or anything like that. They also come in a huge range of cheerful color. That should go with anything you choose to put on. Means your clothes and bag, they will match. Exactly. Right? So you will definitely be able to spot it on the luggage carousel at the airport. Okay? They say, neeli shirt wale ka neela bag. So which option? Question number 3. It is easy to choose one of these suitcases to match most clothing, and answer is D for doctor. All good? Yeah, D for donkey. Okay. Yeah? Good. Now, no, not at all. Try to understand my point. The word luggage has been used for suitcases, not for the contents of the suitcase. Luggage means suitcase. Exactly, exactly. Luggage. Now you're confusing yourself. No, you're confusing yourself. Now listen to me, please, carefully. Never select the answer on the basis of your interpretation. That, okay, luggage, if it is there, then definitely it needs, no, not at all. In IELTS, answers will be very obvious. If they are talking about security, they will use some synonym of security. They will not just link it or connect it like this. Never, okay? Sorry? We have not done that. Let's just go on and we see. Okay, now let's go on. Which paragraph were we doing? E. Okay. Let's go on with paragraph E. For those who want something in between an unusual holiday suitcase and a weekend bag. Between weekend bag and unusual holiday suitcase. So unusual holiday suitcase is large one and weekend bag is small one. So this is medium. Which question? Good. Question number 6. And answer is E for elephant. And remember, one paragraph may contain one answer, two answers. I have seen some long paragraphs may contain up to 3 answers. And I've seen some long paragraphs with no answer as well. Yes, why not? You can use one option. So it means like it can be used twice, right? Okay, now let's go on. Which paragraph next? E. Yeah, we read on. Okay, now we read until this. Then with 2 wheels, now they talk about wheels, with 2 wheels and a telescopic handle, the bag is guaranteed for 30 years. Got it now? When the bag is guaranteed, who guarantees? Manufacturer. It's understood. So the bag is guaranteed for 30 years. So which question? Yes, question number 4. And that is, the manufacturer is confident that this suitcase will last a long time. And by the way, what is the word that they have used for long time? 30 years. Absolutely. So question number 4 and answer is E. So far so good. Let's go on. Next paragraph, F. From the brain behind some of today's, okay, they talked about leopard print, but that's not related. Today's most popular rucksacks, this suitcase really is a delight. Custom printed with Herschel's signature leather toggles with well-crafted case is as cool, stylish, and up-to-date as they come. Cool, stylish, up-to-date. Well done. Question number 2. Cool, stylish, up-to-date. They say this suitcase is the right one for people who like to follow the latest fashion. And what is the word for latest fashion? Cool, up-to-date, and stylish. Right? So for question number 2, correct answer is option F. All right, let's go back. Last G, diplomat. That's the last thing. Travel in style with this beautiful suitcase that goes back to the days, past tense, that goes back to the days when trains ran on steam and air travel was leisurely. Earlier. Now what is for earlier? Trains ran on steam. So question number 7. Those who want to remind it of an earlier age. Earlier age means when trains ran on steam. So for earlier age they use the word when. Right? So for question number 7, correct answer is G. All good? Okay, so this is how you need to do all these questions.